the 15th of May 2024. You're welcome back. This is on migration and the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel in Kingscourt. And Mr. Brendan Smith TD for the Cavan Monaghan constituency asked information about the buildings. The Dun-A-Ri House Hotel in Kingscourt. Here are the air codes. I'll call them out. A82EW28, A82Y5950, A82EW28, that's the top one. A82Y950 is the bottom one. And the top one is what used to be the old Brennan shop there. That was a shop, and then it was bought out by the hotel, and they bought the whole hotel, and it is now incorporated. So those are the two numbers, and this is the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel. Now, when you go down Station Road towards Carrickmacross in Kingscourt, past the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel, there's a number of houses on the left, and one of them used to be the veterinary office. There was a hairdresser in one of them. They were let. Anyway, there's no air code for them actually, and that's for another day. But this is a query by the local committee here set up in Kingscourt to try and get some kind of a handle on this mass migration business, which is imposed on Kingscourt as well as everywhere else. So the letter, this is a letter from Brendan Smith TD to Councillor Clifford Kelly. Clifford Kelly would be Fianna Fáil, and so would Brendan Smith, and Clifford Kelly would be Brendan Smith. He would be the local councillor for Brendan Smith, and he would also be his election agent and would be confident and working through each other, if you know what I mean. Now, this letter's dated the 26th of January 2024. And it says, this is from Brendan Smith TD. Dear Clifford, attached is a reply by the Minister for Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth to a parliamentary question regarding the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel and adjoining buildings. I have now been in contact directly, as well as with the community engagement team, as referred to by the Minister. When I receive further response, I will be in touch with you again. With kindest regards, Brendan Smith TD. So right, that's where this came from. I'll just pause now till we get the next letter. So now I have the question that was put in Parliament by Brendan Smith TD. So this is it. To ask the Minister for Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth, the proposals, if any, there are to accommodate more international protection applicants, that's migrants, or other seeking refuge at a location details supplied. And if he will make, now the details supplied is the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel and the buildings on Station Road down towards Carrickmacross on the left as you go towards Carrickmacross, okay? It doesn't say that here. Local residents in Kingscourt, County Cavan are anxious to know if consideration is being given to the accommodation of more international protection applicants or Ukrainians at the premises formerly known as the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel, Kingscourt. If proposals have been agreed or under consideration to accommodate international protection applicants or Ukrainians in buildings adjacent to this former hotel on the Carrickmacross Road. Now, so the reply is, I thank the Deputy for his question. Obviously, this is the Minister. Isn't this that Roderick O'Gorman fella? Doesn't say here. I thank the Deputy for the question. A response will be provided directly to the Deputy in the coming days. The Deputy may wish to be aware that the Community Engagement Team has been established with the Department, which stands ready to respond to queries of this nature, and they may be contacted directly at the community equality at government.ie. Obviously, they want a buffer between the Minister and people wanting information. Now, there's no name on that, folks, but I'm reasonably sure that's back from the Minister, the actual Minister O'Gorman. Isn't that for the Minister for Children, Equality, Disability, etc.? I'm nearly sure that is it. I think you can be relatively sure. It's just the way it's copied here. Now, the next thing is we look at the reply. Now, for those of you who may not know, the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel has been housing lots of men, few Ukrainians, mostly they're a mix all over the globe really. Nobody knows who they are, and nobody would tell Clifford Kelly or Paddy MacDonald, councillors from the government. Nobody knows who these people are, but they have an engagement office. So again, that's to push it down. So you have to write a letter to them and get a reply back. It's all to push out what they're at. Okay. Now here is the reply. Now this is just hard to read enough, but I'll get it for you now. It's the department. It's the department anyway. It's a bit hard to read because it was, the way these things are copied. Bit hard to read, but anyway, now just a second. So, 14th of March 2024. Dear Deputy Smith, I beg to refer to reference PQ 359424 for response on the 25th of January 2024, namely. And this is the question to ask the Minister. I read out that before. What's happening to this building? I thank the Deputy in question for his question, okay? Now, the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel commenced use as an International Protection Accommodation Service, IPAS, accommodation centre in July 2019. This centre currently accommodates families, couples and single females. That is a lie. L-I-E, the lion villain. It doesn't accommodate any women. I'll read that again. The Dun-A-Ri House Hotel commenced use in 2019. The centre currently accommodates families, couples and single females. There is a direct lie. There's no single females there. A dirty, rotten lie, the Minister is telling. Right? Now, the initial contracted capacity was for 40 beds. So the owner got a contract, and you know what that entails financially. However, the capacity of this centre was increased by 21 beds in November 2023, so they built onto it. At present, there is no further plans to increase capacity of this nature. That hotel used to be for tourism. That was the tourism hotel. Joe Brennan once owned that hotel. There'll be no tourists in it anymore. So read that again now. I'll just start now again, and this is Uffic on Tara, the Office of the Minister, and it gives Plaza Shrod Bragad Iata Boyar Clea. It's hard to read this. I think it's like Mizanin Plaza, Baggot Street, 58 Baggot Street Lower, Dublin 2. So that's where this comes from. So I'll read it now again to you. Dear Deputy Smith, I beg to refer to your question. I thank the Deputy for his question. The Dun-A-Ri House Hotel commenced use as an International Protection Accommodation Service in 2019. This centre currently accommodates families, couples and single females. That's a lie, okay? The initial contracted capacity was for 40 beds. However, the capacity of the centre was increased by 21 beds in November 2023. At present, there is no further plans to increase the capacity at the centre. And it's behaving very like a night shelter. There's a night shelter in Cavan, or there used to be, I presume it's full of migrants as well, where the less fortunate of our society could go and stay at night. They used to be up there playing mouth organs and playing tin whistles and all that. As with all properties, in the event of an offer is made in the future in respect of this site, it may be assessed for use. However, no offer nor inquiry has been received on behalf of the owner at this time. So that's it. Now, have we that clear? Well, I'll read it once more. So I'm just conveying here without much opinion on this. The Dun-A-Ri House Hotel commenced its use in 2019. The centre currently accommodates families, couples and single females. The initial contracted capacity was 40 beds. The capacity was increased by 21 beds, that's 61 beds, in November 2023. At present, there is no further plans to increase the capacity of the centre. And that 61 beds would comprise a good 1/4 of the population of the actual town of Kingscourt. That's people living in the town. In relation properties adjacent to the Dun-A-Ri Hotel. I'd say that means in relation to, probably a mistake. In relation to properties adjacent to the Dun-A-Ri House Hotel. That's down further the Carrickmore Cross Road. The IPAS, that's the International Protection Accommodation Service, has received has received no offer of accommodation and is not examining additional properties for use. That is a bit nonsensical. As with all properties, in the event of an offer that an offer is made in the future in respect of this site, it may be assessed for use. However, no offer or inquiry has been received by the owner at this time. So that's it, folks. I've told it to you there in 11 minutes. There's the 3 letters. So essentially, when asked what it's being used for, the minister said it's couples, women, single women and children, and that is a lie. So you see how these people are lying to us, lying big time. And that there's about, I'd say, 45 people in there, all men out there every day. Never ever saw a woman, and I'd say there's hardly a day goes by I don't go by it. If anyone else has seen a woman, will you contact me and can we see who she is? Now, one of the things I refrain from doing up to now is going up to these people, but to tell you to hump off anyway and asking them who they are. Has anyone ever done that, I wonder? And of all the bleeding hearts that's bleeding for them, have they ever asked them who they are and what's their story? They're from all over. They're getting the full dole and they're getting kept there. And it's terrible even for them because they're not allowed to work and they're just hanging around there night, noon and morning. No addition to any town from any aspect. But that's the way we have it. Until we get rid of our corrupt government, we can't fix this. And you have a vote on June the 7th. You have to vote for the parties such as the Freedom Party, the National Party, John Waters and that Boylan man in Dublin and all of those. So you have to go along and vote for those. That's all you can do for now. And the local election makes no difference. I nearly wouldn't vote at all if I were you. So good luck, folks. That's the answer to that now. I think I've given you the answer to that letter. That's all. That's my job. Thank you.